Welcome to the Indiana Outdoors Podcast, the Halloween special. Today, some of our members are going to be talking about some scary stories you can share around your next campfire.
Hey kids, it's me, Ian Rossler. And here's this story I wrote. It's called Horror of the Monarchs. And so it was that they came, blocking out the sun. Hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. A lot of them. The sky awash with aposematic orange and black, they descend upon the townsfolk. The horrid fluttering of their wings drowns out the screams of the unfortunate ones caught in the open. Men, women, children, old and young, all slowly nibbled to death. Skin gives way to reveal undulating muscle and throbbing viscera. Hath thine eyes ever bore witness unto such horror? The discomprehensible horror of the monarchs. A man in his car watches as they cheer through his windows, the scraping sound of their mandibles against the glass. In a panic, he runs from the car. The sheer number of the monarchs form a wall, preventing the man from going far. He is soon swarmed. He screams in pain. The monarchs crawl on him, crawl inside of him. Thousands of monarch legs crawling on the skin, down the esophagus, past the epiglottis, and then into the lungs. He soon has butterflies in his stomach. His screams go silent, drowned out by the crunching of the monarch's mandibles against the man's viscera and other squishy bits. Elsewhere, from a window in an attic in a house, near the center of the town, a woman watches in disbelief as men are ground into sustenance by the many mandibles of the many monarchs. The horrid, horrible horror horrified her horrifically. Gloved folks claw at themselves, swat the air, in futile attempts to keep the monarchs away. Muscles, arteries, tendons are accidentally torn and tugged at. Sidewalks covered in blood present a terrific sight and slipping hazard. Many fall victim to this. Teeth, bones break from the impact. Many poor souls without insurance. However, they needn't worry, for their existence is soon extinguished by the monarchs. A lone monarch enters the house of the woman. She swats it out of the air, stamps out its existence. She hears the fluttering. It echoes throughout the house. She grabs a fly swatter. More monarchs enter from the attic entrance. A lot of them. They continue to flutter towards her, gracefully, menacingly. She screams. Nothing comes out. She feels many mandibles bite her. They crawl on her. They crawl inside her, nibbling away at her until there's nothing left of her but bone. At dusk, they slumber. At dawn, they take flight once more on their way to elsewhere. A town picked clean, not a soul left.
Once there was a girl named Jenny. She was like all the other girls, except for one thing. She always wore a green ribbon around her neck. There was a boy named Alfred in her class, and Alfred loved Jenny, and Jenny loved Alfred. One day he asked her, "Why do you wear that ribbon all the time?" "I cannot tell you," said Jenny, but Alfred kept saying, "Why do you wear it?" And Jenny would say, "It is not important." Jenny and Alfred grew up. They fell in love, and one day they got married. After their wedding, Alfred said, "Now that we're married, you must tell me about the green ribbon." "You still must wait," said Jenny. "I will tell you when the right time comes." Years passed. Alfred and Jenny grew old. One day, Jenny became very sick. The doctor told her she was dying. Jenny called Alfred to her side. "Alfred," she said, "now I can tell you about the green ribbon. Untie it, and you will see. why I could not tell you before. Slowly and carefully, Alfred untied the ribbon, and Jenny's head fell off. My name's Allie, and this was an excerpt from Scary Stories in a Dark, Dark Room, short story called The Green Ribbon.
These are the lies we tell, written by Mika Edwards, and this is Jasmine. The dog ran away. It's an easy lie, a simple one, believable. No one questions it. Everyone knows how dogs are. There's some work to follow through on it, of course. Walking around the neighborhood yelling, whistling, putting up posters, fielding calls from people who claim to have seen the dog, which they haven't, obviously. But I have to play along for the kids. It's sad to watch the hope flare and fade in their faces. But what's the alternative? The truth wouldn't make them any happier. The dog ran away. I'm cleaning the tools in my shed. Barely even a lie, really. A mission, if anything. The shovel did need to be cleaned, and a dent hammered out of the corner where it struck a rock. And obviously the axe had to be sharpened. So why not give the other tools a nice one-over while I'm out there? It's window dressing, but that's important. Setting the stage approximately stops people from asking questions. And that saves all sorts of trouble down the line. The less you say, the less you have to remember. The stupid dog ran away. I was cleaning the tools in the shed. Your mother and I aren't fighting. How can children understand adult relationships? Tension doesn't mean two people don't love each other. If anything, it means they love each other too intensely. It's easy to shrug and walk away from someone you don't care about. Much harder to see someone you love going down the wrong path. I am anything but distant, no matter her accusations. I am deeply invested in this family. I sacrifice to protect it. My honor, myself. I will give it all. We'll talk about getting another dog. The lock on the shed is to keep you safely away from dangerous tools. Your mother and I aren't fighting, but she's gone to stay with your grandmother for a little while. Why do things get so complicated? Here, at least, is one designated to reduce questions. Everyone knows what staying with her mother is code for. Not the children, of course, but they still think that the dog ran away. Everyone else just sees me putting on a brave face. I think they respect me for raising the kids without her. I didn't want this. Everything I've done has been to protect this family, to keep it together. I don't know why she couldn't see that. I never wanted to be in this position. At least it's winter and the shed won't start to smell for a little while. She's taken the kids. Condensing, all other lies fold into this one. There's no one left to care about the dog, no one to ask about the tools. No one asks for details on this. It invariably gets a grimace and an awkward apology. Meanwhile, I can take a deep breath for the first time since the dog ran away. Funny how easily that line comes out now. Even when I don't need to say it, it's just what comes to mind. My time is my own again. Time to watch TV, time to work in the yard. Time to dig holes without anyone asking why, or what for, or why don't you pay attention to us. I pay so much attention. Everything is about you. Even this, even now. Isn't family supposed to be about happiness and togetherness? We're happier now, and we'll always be together. She really was going to leave, you know. Tear this family apart. I couldn't have that. I kept us together. She got full custody. That's the dog's grave. A mission again. It is the dog's grave. If you dig down, you'll find the dog. I don't know what kind of sick-minded person would dig into a dog's grave, but you can never be too careful these days. People ask a lot of questions. They stick their nose into other people's business. So if you dig down, you'll find a dog, and you'll be ashamed of yourself and cover it back up, which means that you won't dig a few feet down to see what else might be there.
Hope you got spooked. Make sure to follow us on all the social medias and subscribe to our YouTube page. Thanks for tuning in to this special Halloween episode. Now go outside and hug a ghost. Happy Halloween!